Okay, so this book's called Field Trip Day. So what do you think it's going to be about?
A field trip.
Yeah, okay. Do you think the kids are going to be like excited or like nervous to go on the field trip?
Exciting?
Yeah, who isn't? Okay. So before we start reading, there's a few vocab words that I have to teach you inside the book, but I made flashcards, so don't even stress about it. So the first one is anxious, and that's a fear about something that might happen. And then the next one's chaperones. That's a person who goes with a group of children to look after them and keep them safe. So you've probably had chaperones on a field trip before. And then conveyor, which is a machine that carries things from one place to another. And then the last one's contraption, which is a machine that's homemade and looks funny. Okay, so you're gonna hear those vocab words throughout the story. And we're gonna have to stop and you're gonna have to tell me if you heard a vocab word or not. So make sure you remembered them. Okay. It was field trip day. Everyone in Miss Shepherd's class was anxious to visit the farm, especially...
No.
Yeah, anxious. Do you remember what it meant?
A fear about something that might happen.
Yeah, good job. Okay.
I read it.
Juan Door Nomad. Juan knew that some of his best learning didn't always happen at school, but during adventures out in the real world. As the bus pulled out of the school parking lot, Miss Shepherd reminded the class about the rules. "We know," said the students. "Be polite, stay with the chaperones, and keep your nose out of things."
Chaperones one?
Yeah, and do you remember what a chaperone was? A person who takes care of a group of kids.
Oh.
Yes. Be polite, stay with the chaperones, and keep your nose out of things. That's right, agreed Miss Shepherd, and pay attention so you can see how a farm works. When the bus pulled up to the farm, Miss Shepherd reminded the chaperones about their rules. "We know," said the parents. "No losing any kids. Keep track of all 23 of them. Let you know right away if anyone is missing." "That's right," agreed Miss Shepherd, "but make sure they have some fun too." The chaperones started making tally marks on... Yeah, you don't have to keep saying it after you heard it one time, but good listening skills. The chaperones started making tally marks on their clipboards. "We counted 2 sets of 11, which makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Miss Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone already. Everyone look around." Do you see where he's hiding? It's really hard. I didn't know at first either. Yeah, you see his feet. Dewey noticed a pair of legs underneath a sign. "I found him." "Found who?" asked Juan as he peeked out. "Found you. You're missing," said Dewey. "No, I'm right here. Did you see the sign? It says Farm Dangle's Organic, Environmentally Friendly Farm. I wonder what all that means." "Well, Juan, let's go ask the person who knows," said Miss Shepherd. Do you know what all that means? Yeah, I wouldn't either. Do you have a guess of what that could mean?
No.
Okay. Farmer Fandangle greeted them. "Welcome, everyone. Mr. Farmer, what does your sign mean?" asked Juan. "Oh, you'll see soon enough," said the farmer. "Let's start with the cows. But first, everyone put these on." He held up booties and hairnets. "We can't have germs being spread." "What can we catch from cows? Colds?" asked Juan. "No, I'm not worried about you catching anything from the cows," answered Farm Dangle. "I'm worried about the cows catching something from you. You see, my cows give organic milk. I do everything I can to keep them and their milk natural and germ-free." Farmer Dangle demonstrated the sterile milking machines and milk vats. Miss Shepherd said, "Milking sure has changed over the years." "Yes, ma'am," agreed Farmer Fandangle. "Changed in a good way. Come on, let's head over to the hen house next." "Just a minute," said Miss Shepherd. "Before we go, time for a head count," finished the chaperones. "We counted 2 sets of 10 and had 2 extra students, so that makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Miss Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone again." Everyone, let's get looking. Dewey heard a tiny rustling sound from a back room in the barn. He peeked in and announced, "I found him." "Found who?" asked Juan. "Found you. You're missing again," said Drew. "Nope, I'm right here, checking out this bag of cow food. If Farmer Fandangle's cows give out organic milk, they must take in 100% organic feed." "Good observation, Sonny," said Farmer Fandangle as the rest of the class joined them. "Remember, you are what you eat. Let's get going. There's lots to see," said Miss Shepherd as they followed Farmer Fandangle to the hen house. There were balks and squawks everywhere. More surprising were the whooshes and whirls of the conveyor belts that transported the eggs from the hen's nest to waiting cartons. "Egg gathering sure has changed over the years," said Miss Shepherd. "Yep," agreed Farmer Fandangle, "changed in a good way. Come on, time to check out the sheep." Did you hear another vocab word? Conveyor.
Oh.
Do you remember what it meant? A machine that carries things from one place to another. So like it's carrying the eggs to this lady so she can put them in the carts so they don't have to. "Just a minute," said Miss Shepherd. "Before we go, time for a head count," finished the chaperones. "We counted 4 sets of 5 and had 2 extra students. So that makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Miss Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone again. Hurry, everyone. Let's find him."
Pretty obvious who it is.
Josephina felt a rush of air through a crack in the wall and went to check it out. "I found him," she yelled against the wind. "Found who?" asked Juan, gazing up at the wind turbines. "Found you. You're missing again." "Nope, I'm right here. When I saw all these, I'm right here. When I saw all those henhouse contraptions, I wondered where they got their power from." Did you hear the last vocab word?
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Contraptions. Do you remember what that one meant? A machine that's homemade and looks funny. So he's saying that these wind turbines look funny. "Good thinking, Sonny," said Farmer Fandangle. "I almost forgot about showing these to everyone." He patted Juan on the back as he explained how wind power supplied the energy to run his farm. "Now let's go check out them there sheep." There were bleats and blats everywhere. The sheep got into line. Farmer Fandangle then showed how easy it was to shave off their wool. Miss Shepherd said, "Sheep shearing sure has changed over the years." "That's right," agreed Farmer Fandangle. "Changed in a good way. Follow me, everyone. I've got one more special thing to show you." "Just a minute," said Miss Shepherd. "Before we go, time for a head count," finished the chaperones. "We counted 7 sets of 3 and had 1 extra student. So that makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Miss Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing you-know-who. Come on, everyone, get to looking." Ima spied a familiar face over at the farmhouse. "Guess who I found?" she yelled. "Juan Door Nomad," everyone answered when they caught up. Juan said, "I wasn't lost. I was wondering what happened to the wool after it was sheared." Farmer Fandangle grinned. Then he explained how he used natural dyes to color his wool, spinach leaves to make green, acorns to make brown, and dandelion flowers to make yellow. "Beep, beep. The bus is here. Time to go back to school," said Miss Shepherd. "Toot, toot. My ride's here too," said Farmer Fandangle. "Are you going back to school with us?" asked Juan. "No, Sonny. This is a ride for 2 special little ones I wanted to show you." Farmer Fandangle headed into the barn and then came out looking upset. "By golly, they're gone." "Who's gone?" asked Miss Shepherd. "The calves. The 2 calves I was donating to charity. I got them ready to go before you came this morning, and now they're missing. 2 lost calves. Get to looking, everyone," said Miss Shepherd. The students skittered and scattered in every direction. The barn, the hen house, the hill with the turbines, the sheep shed. The chaperones flung their clipboards in frustration as they tried to count all the scurrying students. Until someone yelled, "I found them." It was Juan Door Nomad, peeking his head out of the front door of the farmhouse. Everyone hurried inside, and there were the calves, cuddled up together on Farmer Findingle's bed. "How'd you know to look here, Sonny?" "Well, I just thought about where I'd wander off to if I was leaving home for the first time," said Juan. "Someplace cozy." Farmer Findingle slapped his knee and said, "By glory, good thinking, son." The kids were sorry to see the calves go until Farmer Findingle explained that they were going to help a family start a new farm. As the calves walked into their carrier, Miss Shepherd's class reluctantly climbed into their bus. "Do we have to leave so soon?" asked Mabella. "Come again, you're always welcome," said Farmer Findingle. "Especially you, Sonny," he said to Juan. "I like the way you think." 20, 22, 21, 22, said the chaperones as they counted the students one last time. "Uh-oh," said the chaperones. "Not again," cried the kids. "You know what to do," said Miss Shepherd as everyone began checking under and over their seats. 23, shouted Juan, who popped up with a big grin. "Good math," said Miss Shepherd, "and the right number. Let's get going before it changes again." Okay, so I'm going to give you the book to use to answer the questions. They're pretty easy, okay? So the first question that I'm going to ask you about the book we just read was, where was the class visiting?
The farm.
Yes, you're right. That's what I put too. Okay, next question is, who keeps getting lost from the class? You can open the book if you need to look to see.
This guy?
Do you know what his name is?
No, I can't remember.
Well, they said his name on a page where he went missing.
Wait, I think it was the last page because on this one, I think.
Well, this is when he went missing. So the next page is when they found him. So, who did they find? Juan? Yes, so this is Juan. He's the one that keeps going missing. One of the other questions has something to do with him too. Well, my computer locked me out. Okay. Next question. What do you predict would have kept happening if the story continued?
He probably would have got lost more, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's what I put too. He would have kept getting lost and they would have had to keep looking for him. Okay, so the last question I have, on the very end of the book, when the cows went missing and they were chilling it out in the farmer's bed, right here, and they said, "I just thought about where I'd go if I left home for the first time," right? So they went someplace cozy. So if you were to wander off because you knew you were leaving your home soon, where would you go? Would you go, what's something you like to do in your house? Do you play games?
My Nintendo.
You'd go play your Nintendo if you knew you were leaving for last time? That's good. I would do that too, probably. Okay, so that's all that I needed from you. Thank you so much for letting me do this on you. Okay.